Alright, fellow zombies, how are we doing? Are we sleep deprived? Emotions screwed up? And it's 1:03 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. It is the 2nd of June, 2023. So, good sleep. I just slept about an hour and a half, roughly. Crawled out of bed. Checking out the sites left at night. Zeros and ones programmed into the YouTube, into the Google are still trying to get me more landlocked in a lot of these petty Annie, I call them, news articles out there. They're just petty Annie sometimes, and they're not deep-seated meanings, but some people want to make a big deal about the damn thing. There's one thing about Chick-fil-A. Was it back to his speech? We're talking about Chick-fil-A and issues regarding employee relations or how management views a style or this thing or that thing. You know, I never even heard of Chick-fil-A growing up. Here in the Southland, so I just never bothered hearing about this. People can talk about what's religion, it's Christianity, it's this, it's that. I'm thinking, so what? There are other chicken places out there. I've experienced chicken places growing up. Buying their chicken for one average chicken's Kentucky Fried Chicken at one time. Another chicken place over here at Churches, actually. I've experienced those chicken places for getting gifts. So what? It's just another chicken place. I never looked for the ideology. I never looked for the employees or the company motto, what's this or that. You're serving food and I've been hungry for it. What the hell? You have money for it to pay you. But you're going to be with the... See, they're in it for the money. They're not in it to convert people. They just want to make their business go. They want money. They want to increase business, increase customer satisfaction. So they got to do what they got to do. But no, we public out there have to have a connection fit because we do not things. We got to have a connection fit because it's not Christian enough. Or if it is Christian enough, it's Christian and it's not for other religions. It's not politically correct, or it's woke, or maybe this particular manager over here doesn't seem to be following what the standard things are these days. TikTokers, Instagrammers, Twitter people, putting them on their own social media programs. Ew, this is politically incorrect. I can't even use that terminology anymore. It's all wrong. I mean, I used to like going over it, but now I discovered they got this person over here. This does diversity. He's in charge of diversity. What the hell is that? It's wokeism. Actually, some of the quote-unquote younger progressive media kids out there, I'll say it again, kids, are chattering it up, laughing their asses off at the damn thing while they're trying to tell people their own damn viewpoints concerning that. I'm like, this is what the zeros and ones in the damn computer world have put me through. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. No wonder some of these guys got it wrong. If they actually learned about us, man, they'd be freaking out. We've allowed ourselves to be caught up in petty concerns left and right instead of thinking about the greater things, the greater universe, or anything else like that. Human decency. We got to think about politics. They complain about the vision and derision. Well, hell, this is an example of the damn thing right there. We're showing someone else's connection fits because they want to show the connection fits. Because it's all connection fits over here. It makes a great news story. No, just be bored as hell and you got to find something to talk about these days. You're too damn young because you don't have enough experience in your lifetime to tell people what the hell's going on in life. Try this one. I used to live in the San Fernando Valley, which which was in the LA County area. And this place has gone through a hell of a lot of changes since I've been in the valley since '68. Hell, born down a couple of years out there. Didn't remember a damn thing about the place. Family told me that they moved down to '68 over to the valley, North Hollywood, this apartment complex on Ethel and Van Owen. Bad place. Diversity in there. Swimming pool. We had, it was home. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel uncomfortable until you talked about the night. So anyway, I was quite shaking shit up left and right in that place. And then all hell broke loose. Go to a preschool place. I don't know where the hell it's was at. It was somewhere on Van Owen Boulevard or Victory somewhere. It's close to the Hollywood Burbank Airport, right by the flight line. My mother would drop me off and she went to work. And there was diverse people over there. I'm saying diverse because if you had you were different than I am, so I call you diverse. What the hell? I'm always trying to tap dance on this damn stuff anyway, so let's tap dance on this. Let's do the stomp on this. Okay, you're a different color, you're different religion, you're different sex, you're different belief. Didn't matter. I always tried not to look at the damn differences at this point over here. You were diverse, big deal. It's a problem. People actually do have a problem with the damn thing because it's not the same. In this day and age right now, they're having conniption fits over people being different. Shit. There wasn't a golden age, it was just an age I grew up as a young kid. Don't mind me looking up over here because I'm looking for bug war. That's a reality check I deal with cockroaches. A few days from now, I'm going to have the bug guys come over here for another angle, for another weekly spray. So they're going to get rid of some lovely bastards. But back then in the past, I wasn't worried and concerned about people's differences. Large, skinny, fat. Didn't matter. Short, tall, big woman. I went to an elementary school for a few years, and I saw diversity all around. I even had it in classes, the teachers. So what? I looked at them and I'm like, okay, so what? I had a few best friends out there. I liked them. Can't remember the names, I remember the faces. It's been that long. But it didn't bother me as much growing up as a kid because I wasn't taught to judge by differences. It was back then. When I knew you were going to be mean to me, then okay, I judged your ass. You're gonna fight me for whatever reason. Well, you're gonna get bloodied. I had to learn how to be a scrapper kid while trying to protect my damn chest as much as possible. Because my chest was still healing from open heart surgery back in 1970. A 4-year-old barely surviving open heart surgery. Suffering is right. And I discovered what racism was and what hatred was when I moved out of North Hollywood. Well, actually, there was some of it in North Hollywood. Because some of the kids living in projects didn't like people of color. They didn't like white. They liked black. And they picked on me. I tried to stay out of it. I tried to stay out of the fighting. Didn't help much. But I tried not to learn how to be discriminated. I tried to keep that up when my family moved out to Arleta. who, sorry, suffice it to say, our leader was also Latina and black and some white. And Oriental. God knows what else we had going on there. But it was still a community. It wasn't a brotherly love, I can tell you that much. It's when you're going over to the elementary school and also junior high. No, that's segregation going on. The students segregated themselves. Hell, even Canterbury had it. Teachers didn't like it, but the kids didn't do themselves. Hung out by themselves because they were Latino, they were black. And I tried to make friends with them, but sickly white kid, what do you expect? I wasn't trying to lower them, I was just trying to get some damn school. I had a lot of interest with Latino. Where's the other one I was with? She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. She could have been an angel. But I guess some of the guys were jealous because I was looking at her. She was nice, sweet to me, and I was trying to be a friend. I was trying to do this other thing, lost track. But still, a little heart time right there. It didn't matter what she looked like. She was like a beautiful girl to me. Some of the guys took offense to that. There were also some of the guys who were trying to be tough so they could deal with the neighborhood. And else I had to learn how to fight back. I did. I'd also seen how the valley I lived in changed so much that I hardly recognize it anymore. It's been almost nearly 20 years. Give or take 20 years. Since moving from San Fernando Valley over here to Hamilton Valley, bouncing from Palmdale, Lancaster down to Roseman. Areas change, areas have differences. You just get used to it. You get used to the cultural diversity. You just don't go after people because they're different. Now their actions towards me were different thing altogether. Different thing altogether. They're going to be having a feeling conviction. Anybody else? I'm seeing more and more of that because of the zeros and ones are still trying to get me locked into the damn shit. I gotta say that because zeros and ones don't like it. Vowel language and stuff like that. Oh yeah, let's talk about Chick-fil-A's. Or how about talking about politicians who got a problem concerning about a book from the 1700s and a Christian sing-along. And in a Senate, actually in a representative hearing, no, actually it was a Senate hearing, this guy is trying to tear apart a few teachers, I think, or educators. And this guy's trying to make a mockery of the whole damn thing. Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Would you choose this? Would you choose that? Would you choose that? And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the video like, oh, please put me in there and get a ton of shit. What do you think about this, Mr. Weaver? What do you think about this? Jesus loves you song. You know, I heard that stuff going through church. And concerning about your other books that you had there, you know, I didn't come across that thing growing in my youth. We didn't have that book out there. It wasn't talking about things like that, especially with the educational material I was growing up under. Yeah, back in elementary school, we did have sociology. We had to bring books home and read things concerning about what they understood at the time. And there was material a little dated a lot earlier than the year I was in. They're trying to gather as much information as they can, but these things are handed down books, basically. Used books. But still was trying to give us something of an education of what was going on, not to mention learning about the state of California. These things were also about 20 years old when I got them as a kid. So we're learning about 1940s, 1950s copyrighted material, and I'm going through school in the 70s. So we didn't have new books around, so if we did, man, it would be, you know, we had to get to use hand-me-down stuff to fall apart to right. Some of those books are still held together by duct tape and plastic wrappings and plastic tape. We had to learn one way or another. Because we had to ask questions, that's right, but you know, personal experience. We had to learn what we had. We had materials, not the greatest, but we still dealt with it. I really tried not to have an issue with that. We didn't worry about the wokeism crap. We didn't worry about all the stand-uppers they have these days. But we did I was hearing more and more about racial discrimination. And since myself had already gone through the process of racial discrimination, I knew what it was like to not like a person who's got differences another night. But the thing is, I liked the person, not in general, but specifically. Why did I not like this guy for in the first place? What was his major malfunction? I didn't care about the damn skin tone. I didn't care about the damn hairstyle or the clothing and so on over here. What was it about the guy I didn't like in the first place? Attitude? Treatment towards others? Interpretation or misinterpretation of things, something, right? Something going on as well. My target comment. What was it about you that was pissing me off, specifically? Not the whole wide range, just the individual. What was the individual's problem with me? And at that point, I was probably still feeling like I needed people to like me because I didn't like myself that much. But if I treated people fairly, I expected to be treated as such. So much for expectations on some occasions, I'll tell you that. But I didn't come across the point where I've got people trying to get up to my ass. You know, go through school and you still have somewhat of the segregation going on. I was just separating myself from a lot of people because I didn't feel like I was part of the in club. I was part of the in crowd at that time. I was a geek, I was a nerd. I liked sci-fi, fantasy, reading books left and right. My head was in the clouds. But even the kids I associated with, who were also the same way, couldn't deal with me because I wasn't hip. I wasn't hip enough. So the cast-offs out there, regardless of who and what they were, I guess I associated with them more. We didn't feel comfortable in our own skins, but we tried to feel comfortable being around each other. Spirit of diversity, we're trying to be a clique here. So, what's wrong with that situation right there? When I see all these damn adult farts out there, younger than me and older than I am, I'm still trying to tell people that you gotta be this way, you want you to be this way, Or some asshole's trying to run for president. He wants the country run like his state. I'm like, oh God, you gotta be kidding me. You're worrying about socialism. You're worrying about this. And you're arguing about this. We're arguing about an old book that no one's ever heard of. And then you're worrying about a damn song that's taught in church. But you want to be taught in school? I was looking and reacting to this video here. Thanks a lot. If I was going to be asked a question, like I've heard some of the other people in this video, well, which would you choose? I'd say neither. You would be racist at this moment over here. I think I'd probably say nothing. Just look out. I'm expecting an answer. You just got one. I want an answer to my question. No, you want to feed your ego. How is that? You want to feed your ego. That's why you're here in Congress. That's why you're here in the Senate. You've got a conniption fit. You've got an ego that still hasn't been fed yet. And you need more fresh meat on it. I came over here for some unknown reason to sit and be humiliated and to sit here and listen to you guys bellyache left and right. It's no wonder our country is screwed up. And you know what? This is democracy for you. Democracy is diversity, and democracy is plurality. And we've lost it. We're all segregationists. Everything has to be segregated and subdivided. And I'd love to tell these. And you know what? I'm walking out of here. You don't put me in contempt of Congress. Flip the board. In fact, I think I've got the phone over here from the Department of Justice. I think I'll get me a federal cop over here. Pull me a knife on this one because I'm not dealing with the likes of you schmucks. None of you assholes are in my territory that I voted for. And some of you Democrats, I'll tolerate. Except maybe one guy who's think he's all hot shit and calls himself a socialist. Give me a break. I'm not talking about you, senators. No disrespect to you. Just disrespect to the other schmucks who's jumping on my ass. So yeah, if I don't like being insulted or interrogated like this, I'm going to maintain my dignity. I ain't going to say a damn word all. I'm just going to walk. Two options. So if you don't like it, here's the bird. Put me through contempt of Congress. I'll deal with it privileges. Because I dare to mention that my freedom of speech has been threatened. Because I've got this one guy glaring at me and he thinks he's got a battless in his mouth, ready to pounce on me. Just because he's got the camera on here and he's got to act like a damn fool idiot. Any one of you guys have a full idiot question at this point over here? I can certainly not answer. Because I'm getting sick and tired of this dancing. I've been here about 5 or 10 minutes listening to you guys bellyache. All you guys do is bellyache on camera. And this is what we pay you for, to bellyache like crazy? We expect you to solve problems? Good Lord, is the American public stupid. Yeah, put myself on C-SPAN at this point over here. Hi guys, you're all stupid. You elected all these schmucks in office. The ones that are bellyaching about wokeism and bullshit like that. Yeah, use the name and use the expression on C-SPAN. See, I'm lousy on this one. No, you don't do that to me. So this is just a bellyaching for this morning, because I'm not quite there yet. No, I am there. So, well,